Hello everyone, welcome to our talk today. I'm Mang Cai, PhD, JD, attorney at law at New Weiming Law Group. So today my topic is explanation of EAD. Okay, EAD stands for Employment Authorization Document. Actually, EAD application is one category of application where there's a large volume. So each year, the USCIS perhaps receives more than 1 million applications for the EAD. Why is that? Because there are many categories. Many applicants may be eligible for EAD. One category is DACA. Probably you heard that in the news. Currently, they live in the US, and many of them are eligible to work under EAD. Some time ago, there was an executive order saying, the DACA EAD will be phased out. But later, there's a judge ruled that DACA EAD will continue. Well, besides DACA EAD, if you are a student in the US, after graduation, you can apply OPT EAD for practical training, and it may last for at least 1 year. And if you are a STEM major, you can also extend it for another 2 years. Okay. Other than that, like asylum seekers, they can also apply EAD in order to work in the US. And then there's also H4 EAD, which the news says it may be phased out, but so far there's no concrete schedule when the H4 EAD program may end. So if your spouse holds H1B visa and you hold H4 visa, in addition, if your spouse has the I-140 already approved and you are waiting for the green card, you can apply H4 EAD, which has benefited some of our clients and their families. So on top of all that, I would like to further explain the I-485 based EAD. So the idea is for if you apply NIW, National Interest Waiver, or EB1, you can file the I-140 to get the confirmation from the USCIS that you qualify for the green card approval. And after that, there's 485, adjustment of status step. And along with the 485, you can apply the EAD. So some of our clients ask us, I want to prepare for the green card application now. So when may I receive the authorization to work? Well, of course, it depends. So let's say, it may take 2 to 3 months from the start of preparation to submission of your application. And if you are born outside of China and India, you can consider submit I-485 together with I-140. At the same time, you can submit the EAD application based on the concurrently filed 485. So after that, it may take, for example, 3 months, for you to get the EAD approval. After you receive the EAD, you can work for virtually any employer in the US. So some frequently asked questions: why there's EAD? Well, why the US government do not simply give me my green card? Well, the answer is the green card approval means you will become US permanent resident. So it's a big thing. And there's a background check. These days with the so-called extreme vetting, it may take 6 months, 1 year, or sometimes even longer from the application to the approval. Even though it's mainly only about background check, well, the US government wants to make sure that it is safe to admit you as a permanent resident. So while waiting for the 485, you still need to eat and live. The EAD is intended to allow you to work in the US while waiting for your green card. Okay? And in the same time, often applicants apply the advance parole together with EAD in order to travel internationally while waiting for their green card and travel without visa. So that's why there's 485 based EAD. And when should I file the EAD? Well, people will ask. Of course, the answer is as soon as possible when you are eligible to file the EAD. Because, as we know, there's no governmental cost if you apply EAD together with I-485 or based on your I-485. And after you file the application, as we said, it may still take 3 months or so, to get the approval. Well, there are ways to expedite or to apply for the expedited processing of your case, but there is no guarantee of fast approval. So the short answer is apply as soon as you are eligible. And as we mentioned, the cost, the governmental fee is 0. And then what about the duration, the validity of the EAD? Well, usually it's approved for 1 year, occasionally for 2 years. And then, well, what if 1 year is up and God forbid the I-485 is still not approved? Well, you can apply to renew the EAD. For the EAD renewal, as well as the initial application, the form number is called I-765. Okay, you file this form to renew the EAD. Actually, you can file the renewal up to 6 months before the expiration of your current valid EAD, or 180 days to be exact. Actually, according to the current rule, if your renewal of the EAD is filed timely, even if your current EAD expires, you can still continue to work based on the receipt by the USCIS of your renewal EAD application. But of course, to avoid any trouble, you can consider to renew the EAD timely. Anyways, you have up to 180 days to file the application before the expiration. And finally, what are the issues that you need to pay attention to? Well, of course, you fill the form correctly. You need to sign the form and use the updated version of the form. Also, even though there's no fee, sometimes you need to attach an explanation from the instruction of the I-765 to remind the USCIS that no fee is required. Otherwise, there may be bureaucratic issues, errors that result in rejection of your application. You also need to attach passport-style photos and the photocopy of your other documents, like 485 receipt, as basis of your EAD application. So as we mentioned, there are millions of foreigners who are living in the US and they are using the EAD to work. The advantage is you can work for virtually any employer and you can work simultaneously for multiple employers. So this is better than the work visa because the work visa is granted, issued to your employer. Usually it's employer specific. You can only work for the single employer. Of course, if you applied NIW or EB1, you may be required to continue working in your field of expertise before your green card is approved. Otherwise, the USCIS may doubt whether you still plan to continue working in the same field. So if you have additional questions, you can contact us and we will provide specific answers. So again, the topic for this video is the explanation of EAD. So that explains to you the advantage of filing the NIW or the EB1 I-140 petition because you can file 485 and EAD application, which allows you and also your family members to have the EAD in order to work. By the way, some applicants, they also apply EAD for young children. Well, it's not like they expect the children to work, but with the EAD, it will be easier to get social security number for the children, and that will help in some paperwork. That's it for our talk today. It's about the explanation of EAD. Thank you.